been with you from the start, Henry.
And we believed in you, too.
Yeah, you believed in cash on the barrelhead. C period, O period, D period. I remember that all right.
Be fair, Henry. We invested in you when nobody else would.
That's not why we're here anyway. Henry, we're damn curious about this new plant you're building here.
Yeah, on 2,000 acres.
Yeah, well, you fellas know how I feel about building the perfect tractor for the American farmer. Well, this here's the site. Bought it all with my own money. Nothing to do with the Ford Motor Company either.
Henry, can we have your word on that?
Tell us you're not building a steel mill out here.
Oh, maybe a small one.
Ford? It would take 1 million vehicles to justify a capital expenditure like that.
Is that right? If you say so, you know I got no mind for figures.
Don't play the bumpkin with us, Ford. You're spending our money.
Your money. I earned you $2 million in dividends while you sat on your tall, skinny butts.
You're building a new plant for your car.
Using tens of millions of our dividends.
More! More, boys. Just picture. Boats coming up the river with ore. My own blast furnaces. Biggest assembly line in the minds of men. Boats taking my cars all around the world. Millions of them. And getting cheaper every year. What do you think of that, Dodge Brothers?
I think you lost your mind.
I say we sue.
Greed. You think I don't know what you're fixing to do? You're fixing to take all the money I earned for you and starting your own motor company. Building cheap cars to compete with me, right?
And what if we are, Henry? It's our money.
Now, well, I got it, it ain't. And I'll die in hell before I give you one more red cent. You forget about those dividends. Forget about the dividends, but remember one thing. It's my money. And it's my car. Come on, Harry.
We can't let him get away with this.
We'll stop him in court.
So I heard today that the fellows at Yale are organizing their own regiment.
Get that seat there straight first. Now put her on.
They're all going down to Brooks Brothers, New York. Get their uniforms tailor-made.
Watch what you're doing.
Carter Harrington said I could join even though I wasn't a Yale man, because I know so many of the boys.
Here you are. You can put a few of these in. Go ahead, son. You know you got a pretty good way with tools. I reckon you could probably make it as a mechanic in a lot of parts of the world, as long as you're working on Ford cars. Do you figure old Carter could do that, huh?
I know how you feel about the war, Dad.
You do. You sure do carry on a lot about it.
But I do think Wilson is right. And now that we're in. So, I've decided.
Set 5/8. You've decided, have you?
Yes, sir.
What have you decided?
I've decided to enlist.
Yeah. You've given that a lot of thought, have you?
Yes, sir, I have.
Thought about what that means to me? Have my only son go to war? Huh? You're all I have left, son. All I have left.
I know that. Be careful.
Be careful. Be careful in a war, Sonny. Can't be careful in a war. What's going to happen if you get killed? Huh? What's going to happen to the company? Who's going to take over? How are you going to keep the cars going? How are you going to keep the Ford name going? You thought about that? Yes, sir. So, you're going to enlist, huh? Well, we'll see. We'll see. And as the vice president of the Ford Motor Company, I think you can appreciate why Edsel is pretty indispensable to us. Of course, that's just my opinion. The rest is up to you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Mr. Ford. Now, if no one on the board has any questions, all those in favor of Edsel Ford's deferment, say aye.
Aye.
Deferment granted. Meeting dismissed.
Let's go, son. Old Jay Jackson drove me up to the White House, and the next thing you know, I was talking to the president. He gave me the commendation. He said Ford is the highest production number of any of the defense contractors. And I thought, well, I ought to bring it down here. You guys do all the work. Oh. You keep it.
Thank you, Henry.
Okay, Spider, listen, you deserve it. We're going to beat the Hun and the Kaiser and all the rest of them the way we're going there.
Boys will appreciate it, Henry. Mr. Ford. Ray?
Just about ready, Ray.
Who is that fella?
Well, that's Ray Dallinger.
Is he, pretty dependable?
Oh, he's one of our best. Works like a bear, Henry.
Is that Dallinger, married?
No, I don't think so.
Tell him I want to see him.
Sure, right away, Henry.
Evangeline, I want to do the right thing by you. I want you to be happy. And I was thinking about what you're talking about the other night. So I want to give you this.
Is this what I think it is?
Yeah. That's an engagement ring. It's a real dazzler, too, isn't it?
Oh, God, it's beautiful. Yes! Yes!
Well, I'm not doing the proposing.
Henry, don't joke with me.
No, it's Ray Dallinger down at the plant.
Ray Dallinger?
Yeah.
Marry him.
Yeah.
I don't love him. I don't even know him.
You don't have to love him, honey, but you'll get to know him. He's a nice fella.
I don't want to marry Ray.
Oh, but don't you see, sweetheart, this is what you were asking for. This way you have the respectability of a man's name. You won't have any gossip, and it's what you want.
What I want is you.
You'll have me, sweetheart, but you'll have Ray's name.
He's a worker. He's a nobody.
It's all right. We can change all that. So, is it all right if I say yes?
No. No! I won't do it. I'm not one of your cars. I'm a person, and I got feelings. I'm not something you could just push down an assembly line. And if you think I'm going to marry Ray Dallinger, you're crazy.
Well, you're crazy if you think you got some kind of hold on me. And don't press your luck, honey, or you might find yourself out so fast your head will be swimming.
I already am out. And you can go to hell.
Not on this world, Missy, and it's a long walk home.
I'll walk.
Good.
I'm not going to change my mind.
See you 2 weeks from Saturday. You won't be sorry.
Who are you?
I'm Mrs. Ford. Mrs. Henry Ford.
What do you want?
I've come to talk to you about your affair with my husband.
There is no affair. I'm going to marry Ray Dallinger. Down at the plant. I don't even know him. But it's real funny who did the proposing.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid no one wins.
Hey, Walter.
How
are you?
Henry, I'm
Good to see you. Anna, nice to see you.
Welcome, Walter.
Clara. You know Edsel, of course. Have you met our new daughter-in-law, Eleanor? This is Walter Chrysler, Eleanor.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Chrysler.
Please, honey, it's Walter.
Oh, she calls me Mr. Too. Don't worry about it.
Congratulations, Edsel. You're a lucky boy.
Sure is. And we're going to have a little surprise a little later tonight.
Oh, really? I look forward to it.
Good. Nice to see you.
Henry, I want you to put on your best face. Here come the Dodge brothers.
What'd you invite them for heaven's sakes?
They're shareholders in your company.
Bunch of parasites, and I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not going to hang around.
John.
Evening, Clara. Looking lovely as always.
Thank you.
Wish I
Thank
could
you.
say the same for Henry's manners.
You've got to admit the Supreme Court decision was, well, he wasn't expecting it.
Come on, how could they rule otherwise? We're shareholders. He's got to pay us our dividends.
Bit of humble pie for old Henry.
This is
$20 million slice.
This is my wife, Eleanor, John Dodge, Horace Dodge.
How do you do?
Mr. Dodge. Mr. Dodge.
Well, there's no reason now that we can't be friends, is there?
Not at all, as far as I'm concerned. Please make yourself.
Isn't it time, boss?
Yeah.
That sleigh ride will be lovely. That'll be nice.
Excuse me, Walter. Excuse me, Anna. I wonder if I could take Clara up on the stage with me.
Indeed, Henry.
Clara?
Excuse me.
Sleigh ride at midnight.
Thank you all for being here. I know I speak for the entire Ford family when I say we are very grateful, happy to see so many good friends here. I think I also speak for all of us when I say how grateful we are to the dear Lord for the end of a terrible, terrible war. And with this new peace, we have a new era. And with new eras, sometimes it's time to step aside. And with new wave upon the sand, I now would like to say, Edsel, effective tonight, you are the president of the Ford Motor Company. Hefty 150 big ones a year, I might add.
Hey, Henry, what are your plans? You can't make me believe you're quitting.
Oh, my plans, Walter. Another surprise for another night, but tonight it's Edsel's night, so everybody enjoy yourself.
Dad, I'm going to make you proud. I'm going to do my very damnedest to make a great president.
I know you'll try, son. I know that.
Henry, you know we won't stand for this.
Really, Henry, perhaps you should reconsider.
Reconsider? I never heard that word in the $20 million lawsuit you boys made against me.
Oh, give me that farmer grin. Hell, you know you wouldn't let Edsel pick out the paint for your car. You're just trying to scare us into selling our shares.
Excuse me, gentlemen, but I'd like you to know that my husband happens to be
No,
very able
Eleanor,
creative
this is some
executive.
business we're talking.
Gentlemen, if you have any complaints to make, I suggest you make them to me personally. 9 o'clock Monday morning in the president's office.
We'll be there, Edsel. And you'd better get ready to call your daddy right afterwards, because You'll have plenty to tell them.
We'll talk to you, Horace, about anything you want to talk about, except none of us want to buy any Ford stock. Nobody in the family. Good night, boys.
Mr. Ford, I think that what you've done is absolutely... That's all.
Six weeks ago, we were offered almost $20 a share for our stock. You know what it's worth now?
I don't follow the price of Ford.
Less than half. That's what we're tendered now.
It's the market price.
Well, John, since you have such contempt for me being president, maybe you should consider grabbing it. After all, with me here, the stock might be worth nothing at all.
How's that?
Well, until we find out how badly I handle things, maybe it would be prudent to build up our cash reserves. Insurance, in case I start losing money.
Even you couldn't do that, Edsel. This place is a money machine.
Well, my father ran it, certainly, but now, who knows? So I think you'll understand that we won't be giving out any dividends for a long, long time.
Do you think we're stupid enough to fall for that?
We won't be held up.
Gentlemen, please.
And we won't sell our shares for a cutthroat price either. Come on, Horace. Let's get out of here.
Round one.
Yeah, well, who is it?
It's Edsel. How's California?
Yeah, what is it?
So early, but the news is so wonderful, I just couldn't wait any longer.
What is it, sir? What's up? What's up?
Well, we negotiated all night, and as of 6 a.m. on the 19th day of July in the year of our Lord, 1919...
Price substantially lower than you were prepared to pay.
Edsel, did we pull it off?
Yeah.
Is it, Henry? Tell me.
Yeah, they all sold. You own every share of stock in the Ford.
Hey, we won! We won! Clara, we won!
We won!
Eh?
No more Dodge!
No more Dodge, baby! No more Dodge! We won! Clara, sweetheart, we won! Ford owns Ford!
My dad just told me how proud he is. As you can see, the sales figures for the Model T speak for themselves. 1923, 57% of all cars produced in America. 1925, 45%. 1926.
You got some soy here. I always like soy. Put on everything. Nutritious, good for the digestion. I plan on living to be a... I'm sorry, I'm sorry, sir. Go right ahead. Go ahead, sir.
1926, 34%. Gentlemen, obviously the figures don't lie, and they can only mean one thing.
What, excuse me for interrupting, Edsel, but what I think Edsel's saying is, our dealers have gone soft. Up to now, having a Ford dealership is a license to steal. Those guys have forgotten how to sell those cars. We gotta go out there and show them again.
Dad, no. No, the dealers are bleeding. They can't compete with Chevrolet. It's low cost. Annual model changes, easy finance.
What we do, Edsel, is we find out who's been letting us down, then we go out and kind of toughen them with a little adversity. Maybe put in another dealership right in the other corner, you know? See who survives.
We can't do that. These people have been loyal to us for years. Remember the recession of 1920? When we made them take delivery and give us cash.
They ought to be thanking us instead of complaining.
They personally took out loans when you wouldn't to keep us solvent. We cannot betray them.
The only betraying I hear is complaining or criticizing the Model T.
There's no betraying going on here. You just go back to the figures, and you cannot argue with them.
All right, you tell me, Mr. Efficiency, Mr. Productivity, you know, many pencil pushers out manufacturing automobiles.
The figures tell us that the public doesn't want the Model T. It is hopelessly outdated. It's outdated mechanically, the speed, the suspension, the planetary transmission, and it's outdated in styling. Chevrolet has outbuilt and outstyled us. Now it's time we learned our lesson. We made some good business decisions, and we came out with a new car.
You through? Ford Motor Company has an automobile called the Model T. Best engineered, best loved car in the entire world. You are the president of the Ford Motor Company, but I might remind you, there's one man running this particular one-man band.
Dad, I'm right.
Shut up.
Now why the hell don't you face the facts?
Shut up! Bill, I want to talk to you about that dealership in Duluth. Remember we talked last...
Mr. Williams, report to maternity.
How you doing?
Tired.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I brought you some of your favorite chocolates and a teddy bear. Well, what you got there?
What do you think?
Wow. You done yourself right proud. I think you got about just the handsomest fella I ever have seen.
You want to hold him? Come on.
Yeah. Easy, go. Watch your head. Yeah. Well, got his mama's nose.
And his father's eyes.
What you plan on calling him?
Why, Henry, of course.
Oh, well, I don't think that's a perfect idea, honey.
Why not?
Well, there are a lot of good names. Why don't you call him by his, by your husband's name? It's a good, dependable name. I gotta get back to plan. Take it easy there, little fella. Take care of yourself. I'll see you. Tell your husband that he ought to be right proud. I think, big man someday. I surely believe that.
This here is a 15 million Model T Ford made by the Ford Motor Company right here.
Did you think you'd get there with sales
cars off the way they are?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because I have a momentous announcement to make, and that is that the Ford Motor Company is going to come out with a brand new automobile.
You're giving up to Lizzie finally.
Effective today, the Ford Motor Company is closing down all production to retool for the new car.
How long will that take?
We're not sure. 6 months, maybe a year.
A year without cars? How will your dealers survive?
Boys, you're missing a big story. The big story is we're closing this plant. We're opening up a whole new plant in River Rouge. It's going to be the biggest automobile plant in the world.
Congratulations, Henry.
Thank you. Everybody's going to work, too, by God. We're going to give jobs to everybody, you betcha.
Mr. Ford? Oh, Mr. Ford, excuse me for bothering you, sir. Harvey Firestone asked me to come over and deliver the message personally. This man will undoubtedly become the next senator from Michigan. I'm sure you know how he feels about you, sir.
Damn pencil pusher. Well, there they go. Last shift. 60,000 men and their families without a paycheck for 1 year. Because the tea wasn't good enough.
Well, maybe now that he's busy building a new car, he'll treat you better.
No, he enjoys ridiculing every suggestion I make. The more right I am, the worse he is. He blames me now for the failure of the Model T. Thanks, Dad.
I don't suppose you'd appreciate a completely unsolicited suggestion on the part of your brother-in-law?
You chalk him acoustic?
Yeah, that too. I think you should get out of the car business, Edsel.
Now, that really would give him a stroke. No, I can't do that. Because someday, I truly am going to be running Ford.
And maybe find something else. Take your mind off it in the meantime.
Come on, Ernest. How busy can I get? I golf.
Miserably.
Thanks, Ernest. I play tennis enthusiastically.
Adequately.
I buy art sporadically. A paragon of rich boy virtues.
Now, I was thinking of business. A series of banks we're putting together. Detroit is going to be the financial center of the country. And these banks are going to be the cornerstone.
You're serious?
About the future? Absolutely. The economy's like your golf score, Edsel. It's only going to go up.
That's very true.
Ladies and gentlemen, today is the day that all America, indeed I might say a good part of the world, is waiting for. Today's the day you're going to get the first look at the new Ford automobile, the Ford Model A. That's 16,000 brand new parts of the best designed, mass-produced car that money can buy. All right, boys, let her rip. Ford Model.
Congratulations, Mr. Ford.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you very much. Well, Clara, honey, we did it, huh?
He's a wet.
Thank you, darling. Well, lad, what do you think? Think the boys over at GM are going to have a couple of sleepless nights? Huh?
The orders are very encouraging, Dad. Looks like you got another great success.
Great success. Yeah, we got a marble. The marble car, just like the other model.
Dad, you know we're going to have to sell over $1 million just to break even. We lost a lot of money on the changeover. It was inefficient. It was poorly managed. Are you aware of how much we lost?
How much?
In excess of $180 million. And we're still losing money because we can't speed up the line.
Edsel, son, you worry too much about money. You should be proud of this new model car. You should be proud of it.
We've got to start thinking of ourselves as a business, not just a motor company.
Yeah.
And why won't you let me organize for it, like a corporation? That's why GM beat us in the past. And
Congratulations, Mr. Ford. You must be very proud. Edsel?
I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Is that where you're getting your fancy management ideas from that banker brother-in-law of yours? Is that where it's coming from?
Dad, these are personal investments I've made with Ernest and some other people in a group of banks.
Edsel, you know how I feel about bankers. I feel the same way about them as I do those bucket brokers. They're a bunch of crooks. Most of them are Jews. The Jews have got all the gold. The gold is what makes the banks run. You know that.
Ernest is as Jewish as I am.
You scratch any banker, and most of them are Jews. I don't care. Besides, I don't want you around with those people.
This is a personal matter. I've worked very hard for my money, and I'm going to manage it as I see fit.
Yeah, well, you're going to lose your money, young man.
Show's a hit, boss.
Well,
you're still number one.
There's some people who wouldn't agree with you.
You talking about Edsel?
Yeah.
I'd just say he's hanging out with a bad crowd.
That's not apple juice he's drinking. He knows how I feel about drinking. He knows I support prohibition. He knows that, damn it.
If you want, I should find out what he's got in his private liquor closet.
You can do that?
Mm-hmm. Full inventory on your desk tomorrow morning.
Harry, you're a marvel.
Good day, Mr. Ford. Can I do something for you, sir?
I want to see Bennett.
I'll just see if he's in.
Yeah, you tell him it's the president of Ford.
Just wait a minute.
Don't talk to me about trucks. You go... Hold on. Sounds okay. Shut up! Look, I ordered, you delivered. You got a problem with that? Look at, just do it. I'll get back to you later. You know, I was wondering when you were gonna drop by my office. Would you like a drink? I bet I can get you pleasure.
No, I didn't come to drink. Harry.
You didn't come to drink. Then it's gotta be talk. You're good at talk, aren't you?
I came to tell you that things are going to be different. I happen to know that you consort with known criminals.
Now, hold on a second. My friends aren't like your
No,
fancy
no,
Grosse
I just
Pointe.
don't mean the bootleggers. I mean the whole of organized crime in Detroit. They pay you, and you provide favors all the way down the line. Now, you don't deny that, Harry.
No, I don't.
As of today, you're through.
You're saying I'm fired?
Yes. That's what I said. I want you and your men out of here this afternoon.
Edsel. Let me give you a little fashion tip. Do you ever wonder why I always wear a bow tie? It's because during confrontations, you can grab it. You want me to call Daddy? Do you need that kind of reminder as to who runs this place? Who runs Ford? If he had his choice between you and I, who do you think he'd want to call son? You get out of here. You get out of here.
Good day, Mr. President.
What else to do? I have no money. I don't know if I'm going to get up like this over the state of Columbus. This weather, they'll fall off the ladders much. I got children at home. What about the need, man?
Boss, it's like an armed camp out here. Every morning there's more of them arriving. I'm gonna have to hire more security.
Harry, I have to lay off workers, and you keep laying on more security. Now, there's something wrong about that.
Yes, sir. Murphy, open the gates.
Open the
Keep
gates.
them off the car. Get off the car! Get off the car!
Take it easy, Harry. Damn it all, the depression's not their fault.
Yeah? Where they smell it.
It's not them that smells, it's Wall Street. Wall Street caused the depression, not the workers, damn it.
Those are the latest reports.
Take it away, Luigi.
What you got there is top-class information. My guys tell me there's going to be thousands of them. And my guys are totally trustworthy.
Well, they ought to be. We pay them.
They're going to be marching on the Rouge plan. Some crazy stunt about hunger.
Hunger?
And get this. Guess who's organizing it?
Well, the damn union.
Worse, or maybe better. The Young Communist League.
The Reds?
What do you want me to do about it?
Whatever you have to do to save the plant.
This is the chief of the Dearborn Police. This is an illegal assembly. I order you to break up. Go home.
We have no homes to go to. We have every right to be here. We just want to present grievances to Ford. We want food and jobs, not violence.
Go back. I order you to go home. All right. Let the Reds have it. All right, then, give them the tear gas. Tear gas.
I can't believe they're doing this to me. They love me. Now, what?
Ready, boys? Ready, go!
quite a while. Seems like only yesterday you went ahead and shipped my cars.
Seems like only yesterday you fired me.
Well, Cousins...
United States Senator Cousins.
Oh, is that right? What'd you do? Come down here to get my vote?
No, I came here as head of the Senate Subcommittee on Banking.
I see.
Seems there's quite a bit of trouble with this Guardian group your son's involved with.
You can leave Edsel out of it. He's got nothing to do with that bunch.
On the contrary, he's only a prime investor in a group whose business practices are unethical, if not outright illegal.
That has nothing to do with me.
Matter of fact, it does. You're going to bail Guardian out. A public act of contrition, as it were. The great Henry Ford struggling to save his reputation.
My reputation is I hate banks, I hate bankers. Let them fail.
It will fail. I'm going to recommend the government not give the loan your son's group so desperately requires.
Takes more than a few hot words from a little senator to scare me.
And Edsel? What about your son? You'll abandon him?
What's that supposed to mean?
I happen to know that your son's ruined if Guardian fails. Really, Mr. Ford, you should take better care of your little boy.
What the hell are you doing sitting in the dark?
Maybe it's the new austerity. So you're here to view the remains?
What, are you drunk?
Wrong. Yesterday I was beyond consciousness. Today I'm morose. Unrepentant, but morose.
How bad is it, son? How broke are you? Speak up. You talk money, want to hear.
20 million.
All gone.
If the bank fails.
It'll fail. Why, you so rich? You so rich you can laugh at it? What about your family? What about Henry, too?
No, it's just so funny. You never disappoint me.
What? You expect me to help those bunch of crooks?
Yes. Yes, because for a fraction of what you have, you could. And you get all yours back besides. And it's not just to say me and them. I mean, what about the little investors? What about those people you claim that you always want to help?
You're not talking about the little man now. You're not talking about the little man. You're talking about a bunch of fools.
Here we go. Yeah, Sermon on the Mount. Do you ever listen to what...
Yes, I listen, because I'm right.
So you won't help?
I'll help you, son, but I won't help those bunch of banker crooks. Stop that.
No. I'm not crying for me. I'm crying because I can't even hate you anymore.
I'll put a couple million in your account, son, and carry you through it. You remember when you were about 11, 12 years old, you used to come down to the plant after school. I'd see your books on my desk. I look forward to that moment every day. And I'd trek you down someplace and we'd go find ourselves an engine and tear it apart and then build it back up again, huh? You remember those days?
Never.
You don't remember.
This is the Mutual News Broadcasting Service. Herbert Allen reporting. More bank failures in the Midwest, keyed by the collapse of the Guardian Bank Group, have deepened the economic crisis sweeping across the United States. As more workers are being laid off by major American industries, the United Auto Workers Union continues in its attempts to unionize the Ford Motor Company. Ford officials have vowed to fight unionization to the end.
What about it, Walter? How's it feel to be here at the Rouge?
Well, Ford might be big, and he's tough, but he's not as big and tough as the Wagner Act.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Pamela. Happy birthday to you.
Well, that's all right. That's all right. It looks like my tea got stuck in the icing there, though. Well, I guess I'm supposed to blow all these out. I couldn't do it when I was half my age, so I'm going to have some help. Henry second, Clay, Benson, Josephine, get over here and help your granddad. All right, when I say go, all right? On your mark, get set, go!
Yay! You think you're going to be able to organize this factory? Think about it. Here comes Bennett. Hey, it's Harry Bennett. You got a statement, Mr. Bennett?
Hey, Walter Ruther, how you doing? Yeah.
Get it all. I'm getting it.
Believe it.
There. Get it over there. Get it over there. Take it.
Get it.
What's that camera?
What do you think about your union now, Walter?
All right, announcement. Dad, I've got a stack of telegrams here with good wishes, but I'm just going to read one of them. To an American who changed the nation with his genius and enterprise, congratulations. And it's signed Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Look at these. These are the nice ones. Mr. Ford.
Yeah?
Might I be so forward as to introduce myself? Gerhard von Klaus, German Consul General. I bring birthday wishes from the German people, who so admire your industrial capability and success.
Well, that's very kind of.
I also bring personal good wishes from the Führer himself. Hitler wishes me to tell you, he especially made this point, how instructive he finds your writings on the Jews.
Oh, I think we've had about enough on that.
Not nearly enough. Hitler's own racial policies, which he is starting to implement, have been shaped in part by your genius. And in appreciation, I present you with this medal from the fatherland.
What?
May your philosophy of racial purity flourish. Heil Hitler!
Vote over? How'd it go?
Well, it depends how you feel about the union at Ford.
What do you mean?
They voted to certify the United Auto Workers. We begin negotiations in the morning.
How many votes did I get?
2%, Dad. Well, less than 2% voted to trust you.
We interrupt our regular programming to bring you a news flash. The American air base at Pearl Harbor in the Hawaiian Islands has been bombed by Japanese aircraft. First reports say that several American warships sunk or severely damaged.
They've bombed Pearl Harbor.
We heard they broke into the football game. It's war, isn't it, Dad? That's what it's going to be, son.
Henry, no. God, no.
You're going to have to go.
We repeat our news flash.
Etzel, you're not leaving.
I have to get down to the plant. We have to start today figuring out how we convert to war work. It'll be very late.
It's just not going to be that easy.
Either we retool for trucks, which I know we can build better or faster than anyone, or we forget about the new defense contracts entirely. I mean, these are no solutions. Come on, Jim.
One thing we can try.
Mr. Ford.
What is it, Robert?
It's the tank line, sir. We're retooling for the machine gun turrets, and I'm afraid...
I thought that was finished 2 days.
Yes, sir, but we've run into a couple of snags. I think you should have a look at it.
Let me finish this first and I'll be with you.
Excuse me, Etzel. I've been on the phone to our supplier of wing hydraulics for an hour. He won't budge. Pentagon's on our tail. We're already late, and we're over budget.
One at a time, please. You guys give me his name and number, and I'll talk to him myself.
Etzel, this is important. You have to get together with the union boss. A lot of the new men are not getting their paychecks. They're threatening a slowdown or a complete walkout unless the contract negotiations can be settled by tomorrow.
Paychecks, and he knows it. If he has a formal complaint, let him make it in writing, if he can write. And don't let him come crying to you about late paychecks. You tell him about 10% absenteeism.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, Sam. I'm sorry. I just don't have the time.
And so maybe we ought to do this in the morning.
In the morning, I travel to Washington.
Mr. Ford, it's about the machine gun turrets.
I'm sorry, Jim. What were you saying?
Maybe here.
Welcome back, Mr. Ford.
Oh, why, thank you, Margaret.
Morning, Mr. Ford.
Hi, Sylvia.
Morning, Mr. Ford. How's Washington, sir?
Why, thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Ford. About time you stopped loafing around and came back to work.
What do we got today?
I can't cover for you forever. I need signatures on the first 5, and Mr. Wibble is waiting in your office.
Thanks, Karen.
You're welcome.
Morning, Gus. Well, how bad is it? Well, I want to know exactly.
What's worse than terrible? Willow Run was a fiasco, and Congress is demanding an investigation.
we could lose the defense contracts.
Well, that's the optimistic part.
Sit down.
Well, damn it.
Let's reorganize. Take the line apart. Put it together another way.
The line isn't the problem, Edsel. It's a lot more serious than that.
Bennett, isn't it?
Isn't it always?
Dad! Dad! We've got to talk about Willow Run. Harry Bennett is still subcontracting to his gangster friends. The production chief was in my office.
I tell you, Bud, if we'd had this fellow and us making that first car, we would have really had something, Edsel.
Dad, now listen to me. Congress is going to investigate why we can't make our quotas.
That first car.
We've got to clean house now, or we're going to lose the
Really
defense
something.
contract.
Your mother and I used to bundle you up in that blanket, and it was cold, I tell you. Cold.
Dad, listen to me. Please, now concentrate. Willow Run.
Never a car like this. Model T, perfect car. Perfect car.
Fired him. Can't. He just can't do that. Not without my permission.
He did. Your dad signed the order.
He sided with Bennett. He knew about the corruption in the supply contracts. I just can't, not even for you.
I just came by to say goodbye, and thanks for all you've done. If you're ever running the company, I hope you'll remember me. Edsel, you all right? Edsel?
No, I'm fine.
Excuse me. What I mean to say is, we all think you're a real gentleman, Edsel, and a lot of us hung on as long as we could in the hope that one day you'd really be in charge and we could make Ford the place that...
Edsel! Edsel! Jesus! Edsel! Edsel!
Hey, boss. You ready to go to work?
Harry, do you think I was too tough on him?
I don't know. If it had been me, you wouldn't have been too tough.
It wasn't you, was it? Only had one, son.
You still got me. You know, boss, there's something real important we gotta discuss.
Emerson always said it was the thing to do. I always believed in Emerson.
The company needs a president. Now, nobody knows the company better than I do. Except yourself.
Just wanted to make him as tough as the business, you know?
I'm tough. You gotta give it to me.
Harry, what the devil are you talking about?
Make me president of Ford. I'm the son you got left. Give me the company.
No, I don't think I'll go in the office today. I think I'll go on back out here.
I was so happy when Edsel told me that you were going to be married. I thought finally my son will be happy at last. No one deserved it more.
I have just one question. Please, help me understand one thing. How could you let it happen? You were his mother. Why didn't you protect him?
I tried. I honestly tried.
Harry Bennett wants to become president of Ford.
That's not possible. That's not possible. No.
It's a sacrilege. But it will happen. Unless you stop him.
Henry? Henry, we've got to talk. Never once in our marriage have I used the word must with you. But now there's something you must do.
Mr. Ford? Sir! Pack your things, you're moving out.
Where to, sir?
I don't know, but your order's a personal authorization from the Secretary of the Navy.
Grandfather? Grandfather?
Well, I tried to make things better, but it appears that I made them worse.
You changed the world, Grandfather.
Well, maybe you can do a better job.
That's not good enough. Say it, Grandfather. I want to hear it directly.
I'm letting go. I'm giving up the damn presidency.
I'll only take it if I have a completely free hand to make any changes that I want.
Only. Only. You want conditions for the greatest job in the world. You, Mr. High and Mighty United States Naval Officer. Only.
I've been expecting you.
Why aren't you packed?
You know, I was in the Navy. The working man's Navy. And I think I got a pretty good idea just how tough you are. How about a drink?
Harry, I'm president now. I don't need your help.
Sally?
Yeah, boss?
The old man on the line for me. You know, your father tried to fire me once. Did he ever tell you about that? We had to set him straight on just what titles mean down here in the basement. So you drink up. You're gonna need it.
You're out, Harry.
Excuse me, boss.
What?
He won't take your call.
Talking
The switchboard said those was his orders. If Harry Bennett phones, he's not to be put through.
Where do you think you're going? Ford is a billion-dollar organization, and you've never done anything to contribute to it. It's me. I've run it for years. Even when your father was too sick and too frightened to stand up, it was me. It's mine. This place is mine. I earned it. Come back here. Come back here. Come.
Call a doctor! Somebody call a doctor!
listeners a weather update for the Detroit area. 60-mile-an-hour wind, snow, and freezing rain continue to lash out at the area.
It ain't a shed. Plant. It's a machine gun. I own it. I run it. All the cars are mine, and that makes all the difference.
Change the weapon tonight. National Guard troops have been directed to the Ford assembly plant, where floodwaters threaten not only the company's buildings, but hundreds of Ford automobiles.
This life
It's kind.
no, you do work. How?
You bring it back!